Some stories teach us a lot of things, lot of very important things in life. But some stories teach us little things. But these little things make a huge difference in life. This is a story of a daughter and a father. Daughter lost her mother at a very young age, so father brings her up. He loves her so much. Whenever she faces any problem, she goes to the father and tells him, and he will solve her problem very, very easily. When she entered into college, some guys were harassing her, they were irritating her, so she went and told her father, and her father solved it. She joined a company, and there was a problem with her superiors. So, father immediately solved it. So, she had complete confidence on her father. Whenever I am in a problem, if I tell my father will solve it. The time has come where she has to get married now, and she got married. It was an arranged marriage, but she was very lucky that she got a very loving husband. And he had a beautiful family. He had a mother, father, and a brother. Everyone were looking after her properly. And even mother-in-law was good for initial few days. She was nice, she was behaving properly with her. But later, after a week, she started showing her dominance. She started insisting her to do certain things in a proper way. Whatever she wants, only that has to happen in that house. She wanted her to wake up early in the morning, do all the household things, and then she also wanted her to wear proper clothes. So she didn't allow her to wear the clothes which she loves to wear. So there were a lot of restrictions for her, and she was never used to it. Her father never forced her to do anything against her will. So this was new to her. She couldn't take it. She was feeling suffocating inside. But her mother-in-law was dominating her more and more every day. So whatever she says, that has to happen in that house. So she couldn't take it. But whenever she had a problem, she had a habit of going and telling it to her father. So it has been 2 months, it has been 3 months, it has become unbearable now. Now she has to tell someone that she's not comfortable with her mother-in-law. Who is the best person? Husband. So one day she spoke to her husband saying that I'm very, very happy with you. I'm very fortunate to get a husband like you. I'm very lucky. Your father is very good. Your brother is very good. I don't have any problem with your father and brother, but your mother. Your mother is creating a lot of problems to me. She controls me so much. She doesn't allow me to wear these kind of dresses. She doesn't allow me to sleep for longer time. She doesn't allow me to use mobile phone. I'm feeling uncomfortable. So please help me. Go and tell your mother that don't interfere so much in my matters. I want some space. This is what she told her husband. She thought that her husband would react in the same way, the way her father reacts. Like, I will solve this problem, don't worry about it. She thought that would be the answer or response. But she got another response, a very different response, saying that no, I can't tell my mother. She behaves same with my father, with my brother. So she is behaving same with you. That is her nature. You have to get adjusted to her. You can't ask her to change, or we can't ask her to change. So I can't do that. I can't tell my mother saying that I got a wife now and I want you to be according to her. I want you to treat her properly. I love my wife. I can't go and tell my mother all these things. You get adjusted. So don't bring this topic again to me. I want you to get adjusted, and don't tell my mother she's like that. She's very nice, but she wants certain things to be specific. So she's very rigid in those things. You have to get adjusted. This is what husband said. And she couldn't take it. She felt very uncomfortable with that kind of a response. So the next day morning, she told her father all these things, that I am very happy with my husband, with my husband's brother, with my husband's father, but my mother-in-law is troubling me. She's creating a hell to me. She's not nice. She's a huge problem to me. So you do something. I'm not comfortable with her. This is what she told her father. And her father listened to everything very patiently and asked her repeatedly, you're not comfortable only with your mother-in-law, you're comfortable with your father-in-law? She said, yes, dad. Are you comfortable with your husband? Yes. Are you comfortable with your husband's brother? Yes, dad. But I'm not comfortable with my mother-in-law. So he asked her, if she is not there, you're okay. She said, I'll love that house if she is not there. Then he said, okay, do one thing. Go kill her. Whatever the consequences, I will take care. Go and kill her. She said, what? He said, I am speaking with complete consciousness. Don't worry. You'll be very happy. Go and kill her. She said, are you serious, dad? He said, I never did any comedy with you in my entire life. I'm not doing any comedy here. I'm very serious. Go kill her. She said, okay. And she was leaving the house. He stopped her and said, don't go and snap her. Don't kill her in a violent way. That will create a huge problem. Everyone will get to know that you killed her, because your neighbors know, your relatives know that your relation is not good. So do one thing, I'll give you poison, mix it in the rice, she will die. She said, okay dad, give. He gave, and he told her, don't use the complete poison all at once. If you do that, again she will die. There will be a post-mortem, and people get to know that you killed her. So do one thing, just mix 1 drop every day in the afternoon rice and give her. If you do it continuously for 1 month, she will die. But make sure that only she eats it. If somebody else eats it, they will die. She said, okay dad, I have bathed her for 6 months, so another 1 month it's okay. I will tolerate all that what she creates, but I don't want her in my life. She cooked rice, she cooked dal, she cooked all the delicious items, and she also mixed 1 drop of that poison and gave it to mother-in-law in the afternoon. She started eating, and daughter-in-law started loving that. The next day she repeated, she was very nicely giving it to mother-in-law. 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed, and suddenly this girl realized that the poison bottle is empty now. And she went running to father and shown that bottle to father. Father asked, I told you to mix 1 drop every day. What happened? She said, no dad, I mixed 2 drops every day, and it's over in couple of weeks. He said, okay, no problem, but did your mother-in-law die now? Is she dead? She said, no dad, she's not dead, but I don't want her to die. I don't think she's that bad. She's good, she's okay, she's nice. It's okay, we are having a nice relationship now. I don't want her to die. Give me something so that I'll mix. She'll be okay. She'll be alright. His father was surprised, was shocked, and he started speaking to her saying that, are you mad? She will die in a couple of days. Go. Don't ask me anything. I can't give you another thing. There is no rescue for this. She will die anyways. In a couple of days she will die. And his daughter started reacting in a strange way, saying that, how can you kill someone, dad? She can't die. If she dies, I'll commit suicide. I will not allow her to die. You can't do this, dad. You can't kill a person. She's nice. I'm telling you, she's okay. She's nice. She's behaving very much properly with me. I want her alive. Do something. You can't do this, dad. She started arguing. She started shouting to his father. And his father said, relax. Okay. Relax. She will not die, because this is not poison. I gave you honey bottle. You have mixed honey, but you thought it is poison. So you were pretending love towards her. You were acting love. You were behaving nice to her. You were spending time with her. You were talking to her. You were being polite to her. You were doing everything she wants you to do. You were pretending love. She thought it is real, and she gave back the same love. Once she gave back love, once she started loving you, she started showing true love to you. You started loving her. This all happened in 1 week. I just wanted that to happen. I just wanted you to act love, so that she thinks real and she gives you real love, and you start giving her real love back. So I want this to happen, so that has happened. I just wanted to tell you that if you love someone, they have to love you. You had it in your mind that your mother-in-law is not good. You didn't want to do anything for her. You got irritated. So even she got irritated. So there was a battle, there was a fight between you. Once you started loving her, she started loving you in the same way, in the same proportion. So this is life. You love someone and they will love you back. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. In the similar way, every relation has equal and opposite relation. If you hate them, they will hate you. If you love them, they will love you. And there ends the story. But as I say every time, the story starts here. Every relation is good in India, except mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. Do you know why? Mother-in-law always thinks that daughter-in-law will take away my son, will separate me and my son. She will put my son in control. She will force my son to hate me. This is the assumption which mother-in-law has. And daughter-in-law, she will always have an assumption that mother-in-law will put me in control. She will show her dominance. She will dominate me throughout her life. But the actual fact is, what really happens is this poison is in the mind. When son takes birth, the day when son takes birth, mother-in-law takes birth. It looks strange, it looks awkward when I say that, but this is true. The day, the time, the moment when son takes birth, the same time mother-in-law takes birth. Do you know how? When mother gives birth to a son, a baby boy, people who come to meet her can't see her happiness. She'll be very happy saying that, my son, I give birth to son. But these people, do you know what they say? They say that, be happy. How long you will be happy? Once he get married, he will stop loving you. He will go behind his wife. This boy comes to LKG, UKG with crayons. He prepares a greeting card. I love you, mom. He gives it to mom. She shows it to everyone, every neighbor, everyone around, proudly saying that my son has prepared this. My son loves me so much. These people again tell her that how long he will love. He won't love you so long. Once he gets married, once he gets wife, he will leave you. He'll stop loving you. He'll go behind her. He grows. He gets his first salary. He buys sari for mother. And she wears it and shows it to everyone, every relative, every neighbor, everyone. And tells them proudly that my son has brought this for me. What do they say? They say, how long he'll bring this for you? Once he gets married, he'll go behind his wife. So every person starts telling mother that once he gets married, once you get a daughter-in-law, she will take him away from you. So that poison starts, becoming more and more in the mind. When a baby girl takes birth, she wakes up late in the morning and mother tells her, okay, wake up whenever you want to wake up now. But once you get married, your mother-in-law will not let you wake up like this. Wear whatever dress you want to wear. You don't know how to cook? It's okay. Your mother-in-law will show you the real life. The word mother-in-law means mother-in-law. That means as per the law is concerned, she is mother. She comes away from one mother and gets closer to another mother. She is mother. Mother as per the law is concerned. Marriage is a certificate. Marriage is an institution. Marriage is a law. So as per the law of marriage, she is your mother. Father-in-law, as per law, he is your father. Daughter-in-law, as per law, she is your daughter. If you don't treat her like daughter, the law will punish you. So you have to treat her like your daughter. You have to treat her like your mother. Brother-in-law, you have to treat him like your brother. Sister-in-law, you have to treat her like your sister. She is sister-in-law. As per the law is concerned, she is your sister. So these are the relations. When you start treating them as such, they will also treat you in the same way. Then every relationship will be very, very beautiful. So every time try to understand, if you respect someone or if you love someone, they will give you back the same respect and love. Otherwise, if you don't treat them well, they will never treat you well. But this has to start somewhere. One has to take one step, the other will take the remaining 99 steps. So you will get closer. This is how life is. This is how life has to be. And whenever daughter-in-law enters into a family, don't restrict her, don't teach her a lot of things all at once. She has left all her family and came to you, your house. So she's new to your house. She takes a lot of time to get adjusted there. So give her that space, give her that love, give her that support. Treat her like a newly born baby. Because when we go to relatives' house, we don't get adjusted. We know that we'll stay there only for a week or two, but still we don't feel comfortable. In a similar way, she will also not feel comfortable here. She left all her world, which she lived for 20-25 years. She left all her family. She came with the trust that you will take care of her properly. If you don't do that, that's so unethical. That's so cruel. So just give her some space. As a husband, you have to support her. You have to tell your mother, you have to tell your father, brother, everyone at home that she has come very new. She has left everything. And with the faith, with the trust in me, she left everything. So I have to take care. You have to take care. We all have to take care of her. When you all do that, she will automatically start loving you. So this story I really wanted to share. Thank you so much. I'll come up with a new story next time. I'm Krishna Chaitanya Reddy. Bye.